Ronaldo took years to become a Champions League legend at Real Madrid.
The greatest marksman in the history of the Champions League with an absolute beauty.
Mbappe is trying to do it in months. And right now, the numbers are actually making people uncomfortable. You're watching it.
Ronaldo. Here's Giroud. A deflection and Mbappe.
2 years ago, I gave the trophy to him. No doubt. As I mentioned, I think today, no doubt, is the best player, the best scorer player, the best forward is Cristiano Ronaldo.
I've done many things, but I'm still young and I want to do more.
Kylian Mbappe! Kylian Mbappe! Pour Kylian Mbappe!
Danger, danger, danger. Caution, caution, caution.
Mbappe, man, I'd pay every day to watch him train, let alone play in a match.
You're watching Time Grid. Today we're doing something special comparing Kylian Mbappe and Cristiano Ronaldo's Champions League records after exactly 20 games for Real Madrid. Same club, same competition, different eras. If you love these kinds of deep comparisons, subscribe. We do this every week, setting the scene right. Let's set this up properly because this comparison deserves context. Cristiano Ronaldo arriving at Real Madrid was one of the biggest moments in football history. He came in, adapted quickly, and eventually became the greatest Champions League scorer of all time. That didn't happen overnight, but even in his early days at Madrid, he was producing numbers that made people believe something special was happening. Now Mbappe arrives. Different player, different style, different era. His first season was difficult, 7 Champions League goals, but then completely disappeared when it mattered most. No goals, no assists from the round of 16 onwards. Real Madrid got knocked out by Arsenal in the quarter-final. No trophy. People started asking questions. Here's the catch though. Season 2? Mbappe has come back like a completely different animal. 11 Champions League goals in just 6 matches this season.
Gets it through. He's done it again. The boy wonder.
A brace against Monaco that pushed his total to 20 UCL goals for Real Madrid in just 20 games overall. And now, the comparison everybody is talking about has become impossible to ignore. After 20 Champions League games, for Real Madrid, Mbappe has more goals than Ronaldo did at the same stage. Let that sink in for a second. Alright, let's go through this table together. I'll walk you through every single stat, one by one. Keep your eyes on the screen. First up, games played. Both players, 20 games each. Equal. That's the whole foundation of this comparison. Same number of matches, same club, same competition. Now, let's see what they did in those 20 games. Next, goals. And this is where Mbappe pulls ahead. Mbappe 18 goals. Ronaldo 14 goals. Mbappe is 4 goals ahead. 4. In the same number of games. That is the stat that started this entire debate. Moving down, assists. And here, the table completely flips. Mbappe 1 assist. Ronaldo 6 assists. Ronaldo created 6 times for his teammates while Mbappe has only 1. So yes, Mbappe scores more, but Ronaldo was doing far more for the team beyond just finishing. Now total goal contributions. Add goals and assists together and look at this. Mbappe 19, Ronaldo 20. 1 single contribution. That is all that separates them across 20 Champions League games. Remarkable. Next row, penalties. Mbappe has scored 3 penalties in these 20 games. Ronaldo only 1. So if you take penalties away, that goal's gap between them gets noticeably smaller. Now, the time stats, and these are very interesting. Minutes per goal. Mbappe scores every 92 minutes. Ronaldo was scoring every 117 minutes. Mbappe is significantly faster in front of goal, roughly 25 minutes quicker per goal on average. Right below that, minutes per non-penalty goal. Remove the spot kicks and Mbappe scores every 110 minutes. Ronaldo every 127 minutes. Even without penalties, Mbappe still leads. And the final stat on this table, minutes per goal or assist combined. Now, this one is very close. Mbappe contributes every 87.5 minutes. Ronaldo every 82.6 minutes. This one goes to Ronaldo when you count both goals and assists together. Ronaldo was contributing to the scoreline slightly more frequently overall. So there you have it, the full table, stat by stat. Mbappe wins on goals, Ronaldo wins on assists, and when everything is added up, these two legends are separated by almost nothing. That tells you exactly how special this comparison really is. On pure goals, Mbappe leads. 18-14. That's a significant gap. But here's what most people miss: Ronaldo already had 6 assists at this stage. 6. Mbappe has one. Just one. So while Mbappe is the more clinical finisher right now, Ronaldo was already influencing games in multiple ways, creating chances, making runs to open space, linking play with teammates. Total goal contributions. Almost level. 20 for Ronaldo, 19 for Mbappe. It's not a clean winner either way, and that debate alone is worth a full video. Mbappe's difficult first season, the comeback story, here's something that makes Mbappe's current numbers even more remarkable. His first season at Madrid was, to put it kindly, inconsistent in Europe. 7 goals in 14 European matches sounds decent, but the timing was all wrong. When the knockout rounds came, Mbappe went quiet. Against Arsenal in the quarter-final, he couldn't find the net, couldn't change the game. Real Madrid went out. No trophy. The criticism was loud. People questioned whether he could handle the pressure of Madrid. And the scary part is, if he had continued in that form this season, this comparison video would be looking very different right now. But instead, he came back in 2025 to 2026 with something to prove. 11 goals in 6 Champions League matches this season alone. That's not a hot streak. That's a statement. Reports suggest Mbappe looks sharper, more decisive, more comfortable in Madrid's system. He's picking his moments, and when those moments arrive, he's ruthless. Ronaldo's all-time record and Mbappe's real chance to break it since 2014. Cristiano Ronaldo has held the record for the most goals scored in a single Champions League campaign. In 2013-14, he scored 17 goals in one European season. 17. That record has stood for over a decade. Nobody has come close. Until now, potentially. Mbappe already has 11 goals in just 6 Champions League matches this season. Wait till you hear this. He's currently averaging a goal every 48 minutes. Ronaldo in that record-breaking campaign was averaging one every 58 minutes. Mbappe is scoring faster. For that record to fall, Madrid need to go deep. Semi-finals, ideally the final. Those are big ifs, but they're not impossible ifs. Different players, different styles, who wins each category. Here's the thing that gets lost in the stats debate. These are genuinely very different types of players. Goals, Mbappe wins. Pure finishing, clinical in one-on-ones, devastating in behind. 18 goals to 14, no argument. Assists, creativity, Ronaldo wins. 6 assists to 1 tells the full story. Ronaldo was already a scorer and a creator at this stage. He read the game in multiple ways. Speed, movement, Mbappe wins. There's almost nobody in world football quicker over 20 to 30 meters. He runs channels nobody else can. Aerial physical, Ronaldo wins. Right foot, left foot, head. Ronaldo was a complete attacker in every sense. Mbappe rarely threatens in the air. Minutes per goal, Mbappe wins. 1 goal every 92 minutes versus Ronaldo's 1 every 117. It's not close. Overall contribution dead heat. 19 goal contributions for Mbappe, 20 for Ronaldo, separated by just 1. Quick recap and the final key point on goals: Mbappe leads. On assists, Ronaldo leads. On overall contributions, basically level. And on pace this season, Mbappe is genuinely threatening one of the most celebrated records in Champions League history. Now here's the final piece, the one question that sits above all the stats. And honestly, it's the most important point in this whole video. Legacy, pressure, and what happens next. Ronaldo's Champions League legacy at Real Madrid is one of the greatest individual runs in football history. 4 UCL titles, multiple golden boots. That 2013-14 record season, he didn't just perform in the group stages, he performed when it mattered most. In finals, in semis, in the moments that define careers. Mbappe's legacy at Madrid is still being written. His first season ended in disappointment, silent when the knockouts arrived. His second season has started brilliantly, but the knockouts haven't come yet. What happens when Mbappe faces the best defenses in Europe in March, April, May? That's when the real comparison gets made. Ronaldo was built for those moments. He got better the bigger the occasion. That's not something you measure in a stats table, it's mentality. temperament. And the scary part is, we don't yet know if Mbappe has that same gear. Last season suggested maybe not. This season's start suggests maybe he does. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle, and the next few months will tell us everything. Mbappe himself has spoken about Ronaldo with genuine admiration. He's called him a role model, said he gives him advice, said Ronaldo is still the reference point for Real Madrid players. But he also said he wants to follow his own path. That's the right answer. Because if Mbappe tries to be Ronaldo, he'll fail. He needs to be the best version of himself. And right now, that version is genuinely historic. The three biggest takeaways take away one after 20 Champions League games for Real Madrid. Mbappe has scored more goals than Ronaldo did at the same stage. 18-14. That is a real number, and it deserves real respect. Takeaway 2, Ronaldo was the more complete contributor at this point. 6 assists compared to 1 tells you he was already influencing games beyond just finishing. Mbappe is a pure goal scorer right now, and that has both strengths and limitations. Takeaway 3, Ronaldo's record of 17 goals in a single Champions League season is genuinely under threat. Mbappe is on pace. But pace in the early rounds means nothing if it doesn't continue when the real pressure arrives. Is Mbappe already better than Ronaldo was at this stage? In goals, yes. In overall impact, not yet. In potential, the ceiling is still unknown. What's certain is this: we are watching one of the most fascinating stories in Champions League history unfold right now, and it's only gonna get more interesting. So here's my question for you: do you think Mbappe can break Ronaldo's record of 17 Champions League goals in a single season? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, a like takes 1 second and genuinely helps this channel grow. This is TimeGrid, see you in the next one.